if he doesn't get awarded for dialogues, I'm gonna start my own awards. And then keep giving it to him for every film he wrote.
Yeah, when I was shooting the film and when I was watching the film, I was also hating myself. I was like, and I was singing in my seat. I think वो अनुराग sir की screening थी और मैं तब देख रहा था और I was just sinking into my seat because I'm like, oh, क्या बोल रहा है, क्यों बोल रहा है?
I personally, after seeing the first cut, have been very proud of the film. I've been telling everyone close to me that this is my best film, even before people have started saying this. 10 days before the release is little.
No, it's something new, and you know the interesting part is that.
So the credit goes to those teams, not me.
So something about the casting. You've, I think, rediscovered Tapsee in a way that will be spoken about, I think, for many years to come. You're having Geetika Vidya, who's played the maid. I think she's outstanding. Lawyer is
Maya Sara.
Maya Sara. I think she's brilliant. I feel she's outstanding. Then brother's girlfriend.
Yeah, Naila.
Naila, I think she's outstanding. You have Kamud Mishra, you have Ratna Pataksha. Diya Mirza, I think Diya is so good. That silence of hers is outstanding. Casting is a huge plus point. And
Nandini Shrikant.
let's talk about it because I think the casting is so bang on.
So Nandini was coming up with these names who are like Diya. Diya I've known. Diya has done 2 films with me. When she said Diya, I said Diya won't do it. It's a small part. But they were all, not lengthy parts, but very significant. So she said, you mind if I spoke to her? I said, no, of course not. She spoke to her and then Diya one day shows up in the office and I tell her the story just a bit and she says, yeah, I'm doing it, but give me the script. I'll do it anyway. So she then read it and she loved it and she did it. Nandini, who believed in the film a lot, and she convinced all these guys to, like, she thought of Ram Kapoor, she thought of Manav Kaul. I said, Manav क्यों करेगा, नहीं करेगा. बात तो करते हैं, मैंने कहा कर लो. Then Manav apparently had just seen article and he said कि मैं करूँगा. मैंने कहा please कर लो यार, thank you so much. So
It's a good role.
those were done as favors. Not, I mean, he didn't do it as a favor, but I took it as a favor. So it's a cast that sort of Nandini put together. I did not have very many people in mind, even Maya Sarao. I wanted a very unusual person to play that part. I was earlier going to cast someone else and it didn't work out for dates, etc. So I had to cast it in a bit of a rush. Then Nandini sent me a lot of auditions and this girl was strikingly very different from what I had ever thought. And she was very good. So, but there was this a little bit of a risk because she's a little unusual, right? And especially her hair. The entire cast, especially Ratna Pathak, don't change her, please don't change her, please don't change her. She kept fighting with me. So we tried some looks on her with hair and all. But then I felt, I saw the pictures and I felt that the way she is the best way to do it. And we cast her. Geetika was never meant to be in the movie. It was meant to be a Bihari maid or an Eastern UP maid. And Nandini made Geetika do the audition where, she was not very comfortable with the Eastern UP Bihari accent. So she was sounding very awkward and, there was a strange mix of Haryanvi and Bhojpuri. So I asked her, I said, is she from Haryana? But she looked very interesting to me. So she said, yeah, she's from Haryana. I said, so okay, so why not try an audition in Haryanvi? Right. So then Geetika wrote her own dialogue, translated the entire scene into Haryanvi accent, and she did the audition, and I loved it.
Anubhav Sinha has completed his engineering from which branch?
Oh.
Electrical, electronics, computer, mechanical.
I'm a little confused between 2.
Electrical, electronics, computer, mechanical.
I don't know. I'm just playing wild now. Computer क्या है सर? सर वो हिंट तो दो ना थोड़ा सा.
Electrical, electronics, computer, mechanical.
उसे ऐसा पकड़ लिया अगर जब भी अटके ना वो स्पीकर बाहर पकड़
Electronics?
It's mechanical.
सर मैं बोलने वाली थी mechanical. अब next मैं बहुत confused थी यार. If he doesn't get awarded for dialogues, I'm gonna start my own awards. And then keep giving it to him for every film he wrote.
Yeah, when I was shooting the film and when I was watching the film, I was also hating myself. I was like, and I was singing in my seat. I think वो अनुराग sir की screening थी और मैं तब देख रहा था और I was just sinking into my seat because I'm like, oh, क्या बोल रहा है, क्यों बोल रहा है? तो मुझे खुद ही लग रहा था तो I can, it's quite a, like you hate this guy for a bit.
Yeah, did you do? for quite some time.
Yeah.
Recently, आपको आयुष्मान खुराना से आपको compare किया गया, and you had a wonderful comeback to that, and massive support and all that stuff, which is wonderful. But you know, coming to think of it, in the last like say few years, you'll have having like all these Pink and Badla, and back to back, you're having these successful hit films, and it is becoming, and you know, to have that it's a Taapsee Pannu film, वो अपने आप में काफी एक interesting सा phenomenon बनता जा रहा है.
I hope बने, उम्मीद तो यही है. अभी ये पता चल जाएगा फ्राइडे को.
नहीं, I think बन चुका है. वो सर से मेरी बात हो रही थी कुछ दिनों पहले. वो सर कि यार you know stars काफी है, मतलब हमारे पास काफी अच्छे वो in some other context he was saying कि you know the stars हैं, and Taapsee तो obviously she is there, so you are a star, like in
I
terms of.
would want to believe it myself first, which I will when I'll see numbers coming in.
I'm pretty confident the numbers will come in. So how much credit would you give to Anubhav Sinha?
Oh, 200%. That man knew every little bit of this character. He was the one who was telling me stories. Because when I met him for the first time, when he was telling me about Vikram, and I was the one who, because I'm not, to be honest, I'm lucky because I've not been through situations like this. In my family, मेरे घर पे मैंने कभी ऐसे नहीं देखा. My dad has always been nice. My brother has always been nice. Men in my family have always been very, very nice towards female, and females have been very nice towards men in my family. So मेरे को थोड़ा relate करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो रहा था. So when Anubhav Sir started telling me stories of his family, his friends, what he's seen, because उनके पास इतनी knowledge है, and he got me to that point where he was there. And also Tapsee. I was nervous when I was entering the set, but Tapsee just embraced me with open arms, and she was the nicest to me on set, and her confidence in me gave me a lot of confidence. Full credit to both of them for this.
I personally, after seeing the first cut, have been very proud of the film. I've been telling everyone close to me that this is my best film, even before people have started saying this. 10 days before the release is little.
No, it's something new, and you know the interesting part is that.
So the credit goes to those teams, not me.
It is supposedly in a way like a woman-centric film, and Tapsee is there, but अगर आपका किरदार जो है अगर वो strong नहीं होता,
हाँ जी,
you know it falls flat. Because you know you need someone who's competent to give those reactions, because जो उनका तापसी का जो पूरा प्रोसेस हो रहा है कि उनको खुद भी नहीं पता कि वो क्या उनके ऊपर गुजर रही है, और सारे के सारे जो आप उनको बता रहे हैं वही उनकी plight है.
Correct.
कि that one should put feet down and you know all those things. तो वो अगर impactful नहीं होता तो it falls flat. So उस लिहाज से आपका परफॉर्मेंस जो है एकदम बिल्कुल पिच परफेक्ट है. Not a single note where you fall flat.
Really, thank you. Feels very nice when somebody says that.
I've seen the film twice.
I know.
I know quite a few things.
Yeah.
I can go on in a lot of detail about whatever you've done.
No, but I just wanted to say it was a lot of credit to a lot of the writing, Nunmai and Sir and Anubhav Sir, what they've written. When it's all on paper, it just makes it much easier. Because how Anubhav Sir knew where to draw the line with this character, which I didn't have to do much because he was just there mentoring me, and he was telling me about his stories, and he had a reason of doing this. इसको इस तरीके से play कर, इसको इस तरीके से play कर. Building this character, a lot of credit goes to Nunmai and Anubhav Sir. Yes, it was a little difficult tackling this for me because he is doing the wrong thing. Plus, but I have to make him a little likable so that the audience doesn't reject him as a person. We wanted Vikram in a way that people, the men especially who are watching the film, could relate to this guy and won't say कि अच्छा यार ये तो मैं हूँ ही नहीं. We wanted them to see themselves in Vikram a little bit. तो अगर वो, if he's completely on the dark side, then people reject him immediately. So we wanted for him to be a human being, for that matter, grey as much as possible.
Is this in the critic segment or the popular segment?
You've earned it.
Which segment, critics or popular?
This is popular.
नहीं सर, हम पॉपुलर नहीं हुए अभी तक.
This is popular.
हम नहीं है पॉपुलर लोग.
कब
मान
होंगे?
लो आप बात ये.
कब होंगे?
सर इस फ्राइडे हम कुछ कोशिश कर सकते हो दोबारा.
Okay. स्पीकर भी देख लो. देखो माल बेचना आता है मुझे मॉडलिंग का काम मिलना चाहिए कुछ.